Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome to Rad Dreams Review. As always, I'm Rad Dreams, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Today we're going to be reviewing the brand new Mortal Kombat movie. That's right, you heard that correctly. They made another one. And this time, you could say it is a little bit of an improvement. What do I mean by that? Well, let's get into the review. This 2021 film, Mortal Kombat, was directed by Simon McQuoid and written by Greg Russo, Dave Callaham, as well as others. It stars Louis Tan, Jessica McNamee, Josh Lawson, Joe Taslim, Mehcad Brooks, Hiroyuki Sanada, as well as many others. And when you review a movie like Mortal Kombat, or even talk about Mortal Kombat itself, it's impossible to speak on it without first discussing its history and its namesake. So for those of you who may not know, Mortal Kombat originally came out as an American-made fighting video game in arcades in 1992. Yes, that long ago. Has it been that long? Jeez, crazy. Parents may especially remember this arcade game because it spawned congressional hearings to determine whether or not free speech was protected within the realm of video games. The reason why there was such fervor over this game was that it portrayed intense and oftentimes gratuitous violence. Luckily, Mortal Kombat came out the victor in this instance. However, it was not met without casualties. The result of the congressional hearing was the creation of a game rating system that was akin to the Motion Picture Association of America, or the MPAA, and this was dubbed the Entertainment Software Ratings Board, or the ESRB. The rest, as they say, is history. Mortal Kombat became a phenomenon that spawned several other video games, live action movies, television series, animated films, comics, action figures. You get the picture. Suffice to say, Mortal Kombat became and still is a massively popular franchise. And with a new film just now being released, director Simon McQuoid hoped to bring a new vision to the franchise. And in my eyes, both as a critic of movies and as a fan of the Mortal Kombat franchise itself, it's my belief that he scored a flawless victory with his version. And while watching it, you could tell that great care went into making sure fan expectations were met. It truly is a movie by fans for fans, with all the grittiness and gore intact. After all, it would not truly be a Mortal Kombat movie without fatalities. Oh boy, were there fatalities galore. The director, as well as the actors portraying these iconic characters, made sure that signature moves, phrases, and effects were kept preserved, such as Sub-Zero's freezing speciality or Scorpion's iconic "Get over here" phrase. That is only scratching the surface. I truly was impressed with the action choreography as well as the use of environment, soundtrack, and effects. You could say it was a huge and welcome upgrade from the original 1995 film and its predecessor, Annihilation. And with that being said, this new film is not without its faults. The overall plot was extremely simple and basic from a critical standpoint. There was a crucial plot hole that I found while watching the film as well. So, while I was watching it, why, oh why, did the main the main antagonist, Shang Tsung, wait until the upcoming 10th Mortal Kombat tournament to figure out his ingenious scheme of killing off Earthrealm's heroes outside of the actual tournament? That seems like a pretty cut and dry solution to me. I mean, that's pretty basic. Other than that, the script writing and dialogue was less than desirable. Although, I will say, from a fan's perspective, I did enjoy and appreciate characters saying things like fatality or flawless victory, which, as you know, come from the video games. It is just from the viewpoint of someone who is unfamiliar with the franchise that these quips may come off as, cheesy. And the last thing I wanted to touch on was the acting as well as the casting itself. Overall, I do think that the correct choices were made in the casting of each character, with the exception of Raiden. Um, he just didn't really hit the mark for me, but a character that did hit it was Kano. Josh Lawson, who portrayed him, knocked it out of the park with his performance. I honestly could not ask for more with his uh, dialogue lines, as well as how he spoke and the mannerisms that he displayed were just simply on point for his character. And strangely enough, the inclusion of a brand new character in our protagonist worked out fairly decent. I didn't find any issue with Cole being the focus. So, being that, with that being said, if you are not well versed with the franchise of Mortal Kombat, the movie was still a solid watch in my eyes. And if you are a fan and are familiar, then this movie is right up your alley. I can safely recommend this to those who can watch R-rated films. Just make sure, if you are under the age to watch this, that you have parental supervision. It is rated R for a reason. It does contain some of that good old-fashioned violence as well as questionable language. So, let's hope that this film does well enough to warrant a sequel because, spoiler alert, the film does leave you off on a cliffhanger. Overall, my rating, I would give it 8.5 out of 10.